It is time to leave your worries outside and laugh with us inside the Treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm and Raj Sharma. On Wednesday, December 11th, 2024. I am smiling for two reasons today, guys. One is today marks my 26th anniversary of working in this godforsaken industry we know as radio. In a broader sense, it's media, it's broadcasting, entertaining, whatever you want to call it. But I am 26 years deep, which is not as long as some, but longer than others.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess can be true in other aspects of my life, but in this case, the job. So
well, congrats,
that's one
man.
reason one reason I'm smiling today. Yay me! 26 years of insanity.
Congratulations.
Exactly. like should we get you a cake or a frowny face emoji?
Yeah.
But yeah, 26 years. 26 years ago on this day, I started on my first radio job. My first radio job, December 11th, 1998.
Wow.
Just months after graduating Arlington Lamar High School in Arlington, Texas. I was a freshman at University of Texas at Arlington, and I got a job working at the time, 92.5 KZPS, the classic rock station. At that time, Bo and Jim were on the morning show. John Dillon was on the afternoon show. The midday guy was the music director. His name was also John. Brain farting. I said, anyway, my first job was as a promotions assistant in the promotions department, and the first gig was an autograph signing appearance on a Friday night, because it was Friday, December 11, 1998, in Addison, Texas, on Beltline. What was the name of the bar? I'm brain farting. It was that neighborhood bar in Western Addison, kind of near the IHOP. It used to be a Humperdinck's. Maybe it was Humperdinck's at the time.
Oh,
it might have been a Humperdinck's at the time. Anyway, it was a WWE wrestler lady that was there doing autographs. So that was my first radio event. Yay me! The other reason I'm kind of smiling is for the rest of us, because in a seemingly unrelated matter, we all inside the Treehouse suffer from some form of mental health issues. Raj has an anxiety disorder. I have anxiety. Trey probably has some anxiety drizzled into his depression, along with the occasional suicidal thoughts. So aren't we just a bastion of fun in here? But the reality is we are, because one of the things we all have in common is we all kind of lean in to our pain with humor. And I know it's the holiday season. There's lots of reasons for people to have mental health issues and stresses. And that includes parents. So if you are experiencing the holiday stresses, you have friends, because the question to start today is, are you experiencing the mother load of holiday stress? We have some tips for you, okay, on how to deal with it. To make the mother load of holiday stress easier, because balancing work deadlines, the needs of children, holiday stresses, it can be a lot to handle. When it comes to gifts, people often don't see the mental aspect, according to one expert, because some people have anxiety about gift giving, saying, I want to show them I appreciate them, but you don't want to just give them junk. Then there's the shipping deadlines, making sure that it's in your budget, blah, 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 blah. Holiday stress. And like this person, many parents are up against the mother load of stress way before the holiday season adds extra demands. So what should parents do when even more is piled on for the holidays? Experts say parents can try to make the season more manageable by rethinking expectations, asking for help, handling family drama strategically, and giving themselves something to look forward to in January. I have a simple solution for the mother load of holiday stress if you're a parent. I think it would be beneficial to introduce your children to the gift of disappointment this holiday season. It's a gift that keeps on giving. They'll learn for it. They'll learn from it for years down the line. They may say they want this certain thing, and they sometimes need to learn they don't always get that certain thing that they want. And I think that's a beautiful gift to give your children and yourself. So there you have it. That's my recommendation on how to deal with the mother load of holiday stress this year, especially if you're a parent. Give your children the gift of disappointment this year.
Well, you don't give anybody anything, so I think that's how you avoid it.
You've cracked my code. See, this strategy works on adults, not just children.
Yeah. There's no stress if you don't have to give, if you know that you're not going to give anybody anything. And we know we're not going to get anything. So,
and then we all can just enjoy each other's company, and it is what it is. And I don't have to worry about finding you a gift, and you don't have to worry about pretending to have liked it.
We get the gift of Dan.
That's right.
The best thing my family ever did. And I understand if you have kids younger than probably 10 years old, you can't do this. So, but older than 10, you really can do this, which is typically most people are just getting your friends and family stuff that they don't need. Instead, take all that money that you would spend on useless crap, put it together and give it to a family, a needy family that wouldn't have a Christmas otherwise. So they can get, young kids gifts and food and everything else. It is by far and away, when my family started doing that, it took all the pressure away from Christmas, and love it.
All right. That's better than what I thought you were going to say. I was really getting excited thinking you were going to give us all cash. But yeah, needy families, that's probably better.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Speaking of what to give people for the holiday season, give yourself something nice. Subscribe to even more Treehouse at patreon.com/treehouseonair. 3 levels of Treehouse Plus and all sorts of stupid to be had. It is patreon.com/treehouseonair for Treehouse Plus, Super Plus, and Ultimate Treehouse to get all the stupid right here inside the Treehouse, which is where you find yourself right now. This is the Treehouse. I'm Dan, along with Trey and Raj. And if the weather outside is frightful, don't go running. I'm a firm believer in holiday classics. I love nostalgia. I love revisiting things that make me feel good. And this time of year, there's a video that I love that brings out the warm and fuzzies and the holiday spirit in me. And I know it does with Trey as well, because he sent it to me and reminded me of it. And so bless you, Trey, for doing that today. So I'm going to repeat myself. If the weather outside is frightful, don't go running in it, which is something this young lady learned many years ago in the aftermath of a blizzard in a large city. A live shot was being done by the Metro weather team. And the live shot reporter saw a couple of runners running out in the snow and decided, I'm going to talk to them on live TV and see, hey, what is it that you're doing out here in the snow? So early in the morning, the sun is not even out, and this couple is out getting their jog in.
What are you doing running? And you're saying it was really good out?
It's the perfect texture for running. Very low impact on its dry snow, so your feet don't get wet.
What have you seen while you've been out running?
It's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of other runners and more skiers than runners for sure. I think they've got a little bit of the advantage with the whole stride and glide thing. But it's if you're outside running and someone on skis passes you, that should be a pretty big hint to go inside.
This couple is fascinating though, because they've got their runner's gear on. So like when you first see them in the live shot, they're very reflective, which is also ironic because ain't nobody out there driving in that crap because it's snow and it's ice and it's terrible. All the smart people are at home. But you know who I feel really good for besides us in witnessing what's about to happen to these young runners in the snow is the reporter. Because the reporter, she doesn't want to be out there. She got sent out. Maybe she was on the news director's poopy list. So she got the call to go out into the snow and do the live shots in the cold. And so she decided to talk to these runners, and she got an early Christmas gift that year, and one that it has been shared many times over the years to us.
And I'll spare Raj. This couple is as white as you think they are.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you wanted to say it.
Super Anglo, and kind of pompous sounding.
Yeah,
And to be honest, this runner couple, I think we all can agree, runners can be a little uppity, which you'll see is ironic here shortly in this video where the runners are talking about how great it is to be running in the snow.
What are you doing running? And you're saying it was really good out?
It's the perfect texture for running. Very low impact on its dry snow, so your feet don't get wet.
What have you seen while you've been out running?
It's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of other runners and more skiers than runners for sure. I think they've got a little bit of the advantage with the whole stride and glide thing, but it's too nice to not be out here.
Yeah. All right. Well, go ahead and keep on the run. I'm sorry to have kept you, but I appreciate you guys talking with us.
Stay warm.
All right. Thanks. We've seen a
And
lot
off
of people
they go
out here, like you
down
said,
the street.
running, sledding, just
And then-
enjoying it. One thing, oops. That can happen, unfortunately. Looks like Chelsea's okay. You okay?
And you can even
Yes.
see, you can even see that that's an ice patch.
Yeah.
And she's not paying attention.
I know you can see it through a screen, through a camera lens, through other screens, multiple screens, and you can still see that ice patch that she couldn't see in front of her own damn face.
Can't even blame that on black ice.
Even the ice was white.
White on white crime. It really
that
is, though,
made my
because I
heart
want to go
happy.
back and from the beginning, not just the tone of the lady's face, who slips on the ice and falls on her ass. Hard, by the way, hard. But listen to the arrogance and see the arrogance on her face about how I'm outside running and I'm better than you. That's sort of the inner monologue that she has in her head that I'm imagining. But let's take it from the top.
What are you doing running? And you're saying it was really good out?
It's the perfect texture for running. Very low impact on its dry snow, so your feet don't get wet.
What have you seen while you've been out running?
It's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of other runners and more skiers than runners for sure. I think they've got a little bit of the advantage with the whole stride and glide thing, but it's too nice to not be out here.
Yeah. All right. Well, go ahead and keep on the run. I'm sorry to have kept you, but I appreciate you guys talking with us.
Stay warm.
All right. Thanks. We've
Get
seen
out
a
of here,
lot
lady.
of people out here, like you said, running, sledding,
And
just enjoying it.
Bam.
One thing, oops,
Oh,
that can happen, unfortunately.
she's
Looks
crying.
like Chelsea's okay. You okay?
No, she's not.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, see, Chelsea gives a thumbs up, and then she's immediately like walking over towards the sidewalk, and she ain't okay
yeah.
because
That
not just her
makes me
ass,
happy.
not just her back, not just her head that's bruised, but also a severe bruise to the ego, which she needed.
Yes. No, it's fantastic. Thank you for making my day.
I live to please, Raj. As my therapist says, it's a gift and a curse. But let's enjoy it one more time. The young runners, and the only thing that would have made this clip better is if when he tries to help her up, had he slipped also. That's the only thing missing from this. But it's still a beautiful moment in the snow.
What are you doing running? And you're saying it was really good out?
It's the perfect texture for running. Very low impact on its
It's the perfect texture for falling.
It's the perfect texture for running. Very low impact on its dry snow, so your feet don't get wet.
What have you seen while you've been out running?
It's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of other runners and more skiers than runners for sure. I think they've got a little bit of the advantage with the whole stride and glide thing, but it's too nice to not be out here.
Yeah. All right. Well, go ahead and keep on the run. I'm sorry to have kept you, but I appreciate you guys talking with us. All right. Thanks.
Can't wait to
We've
watch
seen a
you
lot
fall.
of people out here, like you said, running, sledding,
And
just enjoying it. One thing, that can happen, unfortunately. Looks like Chelsea's okay. You okay? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of the great all-time uses of one of my favorite phrases when something really bad or painful happens to someone. You okay? It's one of the great rhetorical questions because whenever you ask it, you know they're not.
Yeah. That was
And
fantastic.
I got to give credit to that reporter. She is a pro because I would not have held it together that well. I would still be laughing. This moment in time, this winter classic is at least 9 years old. And if I was this reporter, I'd still be on that live shot laughing my ass off.
Oh, you crazy whites.
The thing is, though, like I know that there are certain stereotypes, but this is not an all white people thing, Raj, because you're not going to see me out there doing this nonsense.
Yeah, but it's running in the snow is an all white people activity. You have to admit that.
Maybe.
From a brown perspective, I can tell you. That's why I wait for Trey to say it now. Like I don't even have to do it. He's just like, "Yep, they're white." I'm like,
I thought about the it's like, yeah, you're probably not going to see a Kenyan marathoner running in the snow.
No, you're not.
That's the new litmus test. If you want to go outside for a run, look out the window. If you see at least one Kenyan, you're fine.
There you go.
If it's no Kenyans, you get your fuzzy bunny slippers on and you stay inside where it's warm and it's safe. Jesus. And if you have
It's
a
the
running
one
partner,
Kenyan rule.
yeah, the one Kenyan rule that you have your running buddy like, hey, you see any Kenyans out there? Nope, then I'm staying inside.
I'm staying inside.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
But if you see a Kenyan run by, give you the thumbs up from the street, you're good to go.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Be sure to check out all things Treehouse at treehouseonair.com, including checking out the video section on the website is our connection to our YouTube page. You can check out Treehouse TV as well at treehouseonair.com, or just go to YouTube and search for us on there, the Treehouse Podcast. You are inside the Treehouse along with Trey Trenholm and Raj Sharma. I'm Dan O'Malley. Still thinking about the one Kenyan rule before going outside for a run. It's going to stay with me for a long time. There is something important also that we need to cover inside the Treehouse. This is a story we've been following for, I'd say, a fairly long time. And it's a story that, while a lot of us know about it, it's really not covered as in-depthly as I think it should. And the latest example of this was just a few weeks ago. At a congressional hearing, an ex-government and military official, multiples of them, testified on mysterious UFOs, saying we are not alone, and these situations have, of course, long fascinated the public. But again, this is a recent congressional hearing where ex-government and military officials are testifying to the existence of aliens, saying UFOs are real and Americans deserve to know the truth. That's according to former government and military officials to a congressional panel in November. They go on to say we should not turn a blind eye, but boldly face this new reality and learn from it. That's according to retired United States Navy Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet, who said he saw a video of the Wall Street Journal. To continue reading your article, please subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Black Friday, Cyber Week, 0.5 cents per week. Subscribe now. So they put that important story behind a paywall. Thank you, Wall Street Journal. This is where I'd like to introduce the Daily Star. While not as credible as the Wall Street Journal, the Daily Star cares about our safety. And the Daily Star has put together a list for us to tell how to know if you've been abducted by aliens. So we've got ex-military and government officials telling us aliens are real. And then the Wall Street Journal puts all that important information behind a paywall. Leave it up to the Daily Star how to tell if you've been abducted by aliens, from body examination to false memories. Are you guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
The thought of being abducted by aliens is something that would send shivers down anyone's back. But have you ever thought about what you would do if it really happened? Would you know it? Would you know what to do if it were to happen? While there's no concrete evidence that alien abductions have actually occurred, there are still a number of people out there who claim it has happened to them. Annoyingly, none of them had a camera handy during the event, and so we only have to take their word for it. Skepticism, just push that aside. There is advice available about what to do and even how to prevent it. Okay?
Yes.
All right. The tips the Daily Star has gathered come during a flurry of UFO activity. If you're concerned you might have been abducted by aliens, some things to consider. Firstly, document your experience. Keep a journal by your bed and immediately record the date, time, and any memories you have. Another thing to do is examine your body. Get that hand mirror and check every nook and cranny. Look for any unusual marks, scratches, bruises, bumps, because no one wants alien bumps. You can also use a UV light to inspect your body in a dark room. I'd recommend making sure no one else is home at the time, because they're going to walk in. They also say to check your clothing and see if it's in the same condition as it was before the event. If it's different, you need to put it in a brown paper bag and store it in a dark closet for at least a month. I don't know why.
That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
They also say people can develop false memories of being abducted by aliens, saying this can happen if someone is predisposed to believe that certain experiences are signs of an abduction, or if they seek out a therapist who is receptive to that explanation. Other tricks of the mind can occur during sleep paralysis, which is a common condition that causes people to be awake but unable to move for a short time. People experiencing sleep paralysis often have hallucinations, which can include seeing things like lights, animals, or strange figures. Those hallucinations can sometimes lead to people to believe they've been abducted by aliens, so don't get tricked, okay? Some people who have claimed to have been abducted by aliens describe experiences that include feeling a strong desire to be somewhere at a specific time, waking up suddenly and feeling paralyzed or terrified, seeing shadowy figures in the room, being subjected to medical procedures, being returned to the same place and circumstances they were in before being taken. Okay. Someone even wrote a book called How to Defend Yourself Against Alien Abduction. The author of this book is Anne Druffel. Based on her 40-year research into UFOs, including 250 case studies, 70 of which involve people who allegedly successfully resisted abduction. So I was always fascinated by the stories of people who said they were abducted by aliens, but now I'm equally as fascinated by the people who resisted the abduction, because they're going to raise their hand and be like, hey, I was not abducted by aliens. Congratulations. That's the majority of people.
You could take out how to tell you're abducted you've been abducted by aliens and put in how to tell if you've been on a bender.
Well, if that's the case, and I've been abducted many times.
You're gonna get it later.
And it's probably gonna happen again.
I like how 2 of the tips were punctuality, and you're still in the same spot.
Yeah, that's very true.
Being on time and being in the same place. That's a great tip.
Yeah. So you're telling me the homeless people have also been abducted by aliens?
You return to where you started. Now you just passed out at the bar and you woke up.
But when you tell everyone around you at the bar that you were just abducted by aliens, they're all going to smile and nod and say, yes, you were. We all saw it. You were abducted by the Jaeger aliens.
Those whiskey Martians. Those,
Yeah, the other thing, you could also title that, How to Tell If You've Been at a Diddy Party.
Very similar criteria.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Have you woken up wet and a little confused?
You're listening to The Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You can advertise right here inside the Treehouse. Sponsorship opportunities are available. Just shoot us an email, treehouseonair@gmail.com. That's treehouseonair@gmail.com to advertise right here inside the Treehouse. This is the Treehouse. You are welcome. I'm Dan, along with Trey and Raj. And while we're having a good day here inside the Treehouse, it's another bad day for Alex Jones from InfoWars, because a Connecticut appeals court last Friday largely upheld a nearly $1.3 billion defamation verdict against him, the conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, in a case accusing the InfoWars founder of spreading lies about the 2012 Sandy Hook mass shooting. The 3-judge panel of the Connecticut Appellate Court found that a jury's October 2022 decision to award $965 million in damages, plus attorney's fees and costs to families of the shooting's victims, was not unreasonable given the mental anguish they suffered due to the lies by Jones about Sandy Hook. So there you have it. Another bad day for Alex Jones, who must still pay $1.3 billion in the Sandy Hook defamation case. That's according to the appeals court.
And what is just just one of the greatest twists is the fact the Onion bought his company.
That's right. His company filed for bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where did it go? His company, Free Speech Systems, Jones's company, Free Speech Systems, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in 2022 after the verdict in Connecticut, and another right here in Texas, where a jury in a similar case awarded other Sandy Hook parents $49 million. So to say that it's a bad day for Alex Jones is a bit of an understatement. And we figured the best way to find out how he feels about this would probably be just to ask him directly. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. Let's bring in Alex Jones.
Wow.
Hello.
Hi, Alex.
How you doing, buddy?
Well, welcome to the Treehouse.
Terrible. Can you believe everything that's going on? Can you believe they're going to make me pay $1.3 billion to those families?
Yeah. Yeah, sure can.
Shut up. No one asked you. I mean, come on. 1.3 billion for a few white lies? That's absurd. Since when do you have to be held accountable for the things you say in this country?
Since 1791.
Shut up, Trey. Know it all. All right, look, I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm Alex Jones, and I can't afford that. So I'm going to have to find some creative ways to make some money. And I got a few ideas I'd like to run past you fellas right here in the Treehouse.
All right, shoot your ideas over. Let's see.
So, I heard OnlyFans is a good place to make some money. Because the way I see it is, if that Sophie Rain girl can make $43 million a year, I can too. How much would you pay to watch me get pegged by short-circuiting Tesla robots?
That's priceless.
You remember them monkeys that escaped the testing lab in South Carolina? I think I could charge people to watch me live among them. And maybe I could tell them monkeys some stories I made up and see how many of them are stupid enough to believe me.
Yeah,
The monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
might be
Or maybe
considered
I could-
cruelty, but okay.
Or maybe I could start a church, become a TV preacher. They make killer money.
Yeah.
Make killer money, don't pay a lick of taxes, don't have to do anything they say. And when they get caught lying or cheating or whatever, they just pretend to repent and people give them even more money. It's genius.
That would be the best way to go.
What do y'all think about door-to-door hand jobs?
Depends on the neighborhood.
I don't even have to come in. I could just do it through the mail slot.
So postal glory hole?
Or how about this? As I'm thinking off the top of my head, the libtards, they can pay me to become one of them. Yeah, that's it. I can spout all sorts of Democrat nonsense. I don't believe anything I say anyway, so that'll be easy.
That would work too. That'd be a great way to raise some funds.
How much you think I can get for stealing candy from babies? I hear that's easy and lucrative.
It depends
Or
on
maybe
the
some
kid.
bumper stickers. They could say, have you ever been tongue kissed by Alex Jones? I have.
I think you'll sell two.
So I got desperate and asked President Trump for a loan. He said, sure, and then made the Secret Service give me a swirly in his golden toilet as collateral. He hadn't sent the money yet, but I think he's good for it, right? Right?
Sure.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, good. I was worried.
Yeah.
Okay, one last idea, because I'm scaring my dog. This goes against everything I stand for, but I'm willing to try anything. I could become a border coyote. You know, one of them illegal immigrant traffickers. I mean, you make money off the hopes and dreams of poor people, so it's not like a huge stretch for me philosophically.
Alex, have you ever thought about just telling the truth?
There's no money in that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, solid point.
Thank you for the visit, Alex Jones from InfoWars.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Anybody got any tea?
I didn't realize how much Alex Jones and Luke Bryan sound alike.
Shut up.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You can talk back to us right here inside the Treehouse. Just go to treehouseonair.com, click on that microphone in the lower right-hand corner, and you can record and send us a message right there. That's simple, pretty cool. Lower right-hand corner, click on that microphone at treehouseonair.com. That's treehouseonair.com. This is the Treehouse. I'm Dan, along with Trey and Raj. Trey, what was it you were saying going into that last break?
It's amazing how much Alex Jones and Luke Bryan sound alike.
Sure is. Very
Uncanny.
amazing.
Yeah.
Uncanny, amazing. The main thing is that it's not that it's perfect. It's just believable enough. Just enough. Also, I can only do that. I can only do his voice for a few minutes, man. That's tough. That's tough on the old vocal cords. Luke Bryan's a lot easier. Ugh. All right. Today is Wednesday, December 11th, 2024. Let's celebrate with some birthdays. What do you say? All right. From the Marvel Cinematic Universe, among a bunch of other things, Haley Steinfeld is 28 today. She's Kate Bishop on Hawkeye. She's also going to be taking a larger role, or character is still in the MCU. It's going to play a larger role in upcoming roles. I'm just seeing how many times I can say the word role apparently in 30 seconds. But very, very talented actress. I like her character a lot in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She's also Emily in the Pitch Perfect movies. She was Gwen Stacy / Spider-Gwen in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and Charlie in the Transformers movie Bumblebee, which is one of the few movies I have not wasted time on. Ryder Strong, who played Sean on Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World, is 44. Based on the name, you'd think, male porn actor, but no, just regular actor.
Wait, I'm sorry. We got to back up a second. Of all the movies, you said you didn't waste your time on Bumblebee, and what part of the Transformers series?
Yeah.
It was over 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that just rules it out.
Here's the thing, snob. I don't just see bad movies. I don't just like bad movies. I see a lot of movies. Sometimes I'll watch a bad movie, because when you see a lot, it's like broadcasting.
Sometimes
you turn on the radio. Sometimes you're gonna hear some, not from us, but sometimes you're gonna turn on the radio. There's lots of stations. You're gonna hear some. Same thing with movies. I watch a lot of movies. Sometimes I'm gonna watch some.
You're the midday show of movies.
Wow. Look. I have no retort. Other birthdays today. From the WWE, Rey Mysterio Jr. is 49. I'm sorry, he's 50 today. 50 today. I'm confused by this birthday. Courtney Hengler is 46 today. Plays Amanda LaRusso on Cobra Kai. Oh, now I get it. Okay. That's Daniel LaRusso's wife on Cobra Kai. She is 46 today. She also plays Missy Cooper, who is Sheldon's sister on The Big Bang Theory, which Trey and I like and Raj hates.
Yes. And I also think Ralph Macchio is 75 years old now.
Could be. And it's weird because at first this freaked me out, because when this said that Courtney Hengler is 46, it says Amanda LaRusso on the Cobra Kai show. I thought, okay, I know the girl that plays the little LaRusso girl is older than her character, but I don't think she's my age. That's a real.
She's like 20.
She plays the mom.
Yeah, she's like 28. The girl that plays the kid.
Yeah, the girl that plays the daughter is in her 20s. Yeah, we do know that. Other birthdays today. Mos Def is 51. Monique is 57. Nikki Sixx from Raj's favorite band of all time, Motley Crue, 66 today. Does that still hold true, Raj? Motley Crue, the best of all time in your eyes?
100%. Always will be. You just have to understand that Vince can't sing, and you'll love the band. If you see him live, if you go to a live show, just go, he's not going to be able to sing a word. It's fantastic.
He can kick sound guys, however.
He can.
Pretty sure that's one of the lawsuits he was the subject of after doing that at Gillies in Dallas. Other birthdays today. Jermaine Jackson is 70.
Wow.
And I know it's the holiday season, which a lot of people now make fun of as being Mariah season, as in Mariah Carey, because she's got the mega Christmas song. That's all I want for Christmas is you. And that's true. It kind of is Mariah Carey season, and she's completely leaned into it. And I remember the story real quick. The reason I'm saying this is that it's another singer's favorite time of year. That's Brenda Lee. She is 80 this year. She is probably the Mariah Carey of Christmas before Mariah Carey was, because her smash hit is still a smash hit, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so she is 80 today. But with Mariah Carey, I remember this story from a couple of years ago. It so much is Mariah season because just off her Christmas hit, the one hit, All I Want for Christmas Is You, she makes north of $600,000 in the span of a couple of months.
3 million. They just updated it. She makes 3 million a year off All I Want for Christmas.
Me.
Yeah.
Neither one of you could figure out how to sing.
Not like that. Like if I'm going to make $3 million, I'm going to have to not only sing, but I'm also going to have to sell some photos of my feet. It's going to be weird. Maybe I can collab with Alex Jones.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Yeah, check us out, treehouseonair.com. You can also donate to the RMS Treehouse Listeners Foundation right there. All the ways to donate, treehouseonair.com. Click on Listeners Foundation or at the top where it says donate to the RMS Treehouse Listeners Foundation. All the ways to donate to the foundation right there at treehouseonair.com. You are back in the Treehouse. I'm Dan, along with Trey and Raj. One last little thing to get to here inside the Treehouse today before we close up for the day. And that is, I went shopping the other day because it was time for new toilet paper, and I was slightly aghast at the price of toilet paper. I know I'm not the only one. I know this happens to a lot of people. When you go and buy something that you need, you don't like the cost. You don't like the price of it. The good news is, if you, like me, think the price of toilet paper is too damn high, there's something you can do about it. You can grow your own. It's true.
Okay.
Because 1 million trees worldwide are cut down each year to make toilet paper. So it has some people thinking, is it more sustainable to grow your own toilet paper? There is a town in eastern Kenya. Hey, how about that? That's 2 Kenya references in one show. That's a new record for us. There is a town in eastern Kenya called Meru. It's a lush, leafy. There is a lush, leafy plant that sways over the landscape. A man, a Meru resident named Benjamin Matumbe, is growing a plant I don't know how to say in Latin. Not for food, but to use for toilet paper. I'm going to try it. It is Plectranthus barbatus. It's a leafy plant that can grow up to 2 meters tall. That's 6.6 feet in English or in American terms. The leaves are roughly the size of an industrial toilet paper square and emit a minty, lemony fragrance. Covered in tiny hairs, the leaves have a soft texture. The plant thrives in warm tropical temperatures and partial sunlight, and it's widely grown across Africa, where it's sometimes used to demarcate property boundaries. He actually says, this man who lives there and grows this plant a lot, he says, this has been an African tissue for a long time, and everyone in my household uses the plant. I only buy modern toilet rolls when the leaves have all been plucked. This plant has provided him with a cost-effective alternative to purchasing toilet paper in Kenya. And like a lot of commodities, the price of toilet paper has risen across Africa and in other places. So there you have it. There is something you can do. You can grow your own toilet paper if you can get your hands on the Plectranthus barbaratus plant. Roughly the same size as modern toilet paper, with the tiny hairs and a minty, lemony fragrance and a soft texture.
Aren't we about due time-wise for the 3 seashells method?
From Sylvester Stallone's Demolition Man?
Uh-huh.
I think it's well past time. Because, I mean, that seems pretty sustainable to me, because I think you use the 3 seashells and you just put them back in there, right?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think they ever explained how that's used.
No, that's the whole gag of the 3 seashells in the movie, is you never find out as the audience member. And I like to point out, Demolition Man is probably considered to be a bad movie. Yet, Trey, you've seen it. Raj, you've seen it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cult classic is different. Roadhouse
Yeah.
was considered a bad movie. We've all seen it.
Yeah, but I just don't like you guys being all snotty and snobby about looking down your noses at me just because I've seen more movies than you.
You're the one who got snotty and go, "Oh, Bumblebee, one of the bad movies I haven't seen." The Transformers movies, a lot better than some of the crap, American Ninja 5.
Yeah.
You shut your fucking mouth. I'll put the American Ninja franchise up against the Transformers franchise any god day.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I don't even believe that either. I just,
Yeah.
just don't even for the bit. Like someplace, Michael Dudikoff is going like, no, Michael Bay's better.
So you're the only person that knows his name. Nobody
know,
else
it's like
knows Michael Dudikoff.
I know, because like most people have like a wall where they've got, pictures of people that they've met, famous people. Michael Dudikoff has a photo of me. That's how grateful he is that I keep the American Ninja franchise in the zeitgeist. So anyway, if you think the toilet paper prices are too damn high, you can just grow your own and shut up about it. For all things Treehouse, go to treehouseonair.com. Maybe we should start selling our headshots so we can have some of the people in these movies buy them from us. Treehouseonair.com. You can also find and follow us on social media. I highly recommend that. At Treehouse On Air. For me, it's at the Dan O'Malley. For Trey, at Trey Trenholm 1. And for Raj, it's at Comedian Raj. We'll see you tomorrow right here inside the Treehouse.